Now, so far, what we have seen are all operators that exist in normal mathematics. But here are some that only exist in programming. So take a look at this expression. We create a variable called x, and we set it equal to 5. Then we change the value of x to the previous value, which is 5, plus 1. So x now equals 6. Now we've seen this and we've been using this in our previous code, so this should be familiar to you already. But in most programming languages, instead of writing out x equals x plus 1, you can simply write x plus plus. And in exactly the same way, x now gets incremented by 1 and is now equal to 6. So x plus plus is the equivalent of saying x equals x plus 1. And this is called the increment expression. Now you can go the other way as well. You can write x minus minus, and this is equivalent to x equals x minus 1. So the previous value of x, 5, minus 1, so x now equals 4. And this is called the decrement expression. Now you might have heard of the programming language C and C++. And this is kind of like a programmer's idea of a good joke, even though nobody else thinks it's funny. But essentially, C++ was meant to be an increment on the C programming language. So it's kind of like C plus 1, a little bit better than C. Remember that with plus plus and minus minus, you're only ever changing the value by 1. Now, if you ever want to increase the value of x by more than 1, then you can use the plus equals. And this is equivalent to saying x equals x plus 2. And so x now equals 7. In the same way, you can also use plus equals to increase by the value of another variable. So in this case, x equals x plus y, which is equal to 8. And this also works with minus equals, multiply equals, divide equals. And it's a handy shorter way of doing exactly that. So in the next lesson, I have a brief quiz for you to see if all of this stuck and if it makes sense. So head over there and see if you can complete the multiple choice question. And I'll see you on the next module.